Sorry about that. But anyways, yeah, these herbs you can use in various ways to attract money to you. Now, I know everyone has different beliefs and things of that nature. So, um, if you are an open-minded person, then you probably won't, like this video. But if you are and you want to know some things, because times get difficult, and um, if your belief is strong enough, you can will things to you. You just have to believe. So I kind of want to share some things with you. What you actually see in front of me, what you can't see it, but it's my altar. It's something I'm working on, consistently to bring money to me. Actually, I will show you guys. So what you see is something I have set up for myself to attract money to myself. I just wanted to share that with y'all. But anyways, so first herb I want to start off with that you could use, and this is the most common herb that everyone knows about in every YouTube video, book, and you all have it at home for the most part. If you are, in certain countries, the access to it is easy. And that herb, or spice rather, is cinnamon. Cinnamon is good for bringing money to you quickly too. So, and when it comes down to identifying some of these herbs, I know a lot of y'all go to books and stuff, but the natural way to do it is you're supposed to commune with it. Like, I could say this herb is for something, whatever, and if you don't have the real knowledge of herbs and how they work, then you'll just believe it. So it's best to really, when I'm dealing with herbs, I try to smell them. I try to, whatever I can do to try to feel them out and get that kind of connection to know what they can best be used for. So like I said, cinnamon is a good money herb. It's good for attracting money to you fast. Easy ways to do it if you want to, washing your hands in it. First, you want to get some soap and wash your hands really, really good. Clean off the stuff that's on it first. And then, dry them off. And then wash them again and take you some of cinnamon, sprinkle it in your hand, pray over it, wash your hands with the cinnamon, and then air dry your hands. And then that will attract money to you very quickly. You can also anoint it on certain candles. And if you don't know about what best color candles, now I know people always talk about the colors and that don't really matter and of course, but depending on what you believe in, certain colors, now of course people always tell you green for money or red or whatever, but certain colors, depending on what time of the year you were born and what you're trying to do, actually helps strengthen what you're trying to do. So it's really important. Like for me, I'll use an example. Look at my little handy dandy book here. Yeah, I just told you my birthday is next week, so that lets you know that I am January baby, of course, at the end of the month. And so for people with my birthday, the best color candles to burn would be, for money, would be green and blue. So that's why when you guys saw what I had up there, you saw, well, I had multiple colors, but the figure candle was blue. That's the one that represents me. And I'm surrounded by green candles. So you have to kind of, if you have that knowledge of how colors work, you can really, strengthen it. And like I said, I use that and I sprinkle it on my, that. You can also put it in mojo bags. You can take some cinnamon and, put it inside of a mojo bag, and that helps attract it. Put them all together, it works like that, but mojo bag is a good way to use it. The next herb is 5-finger grass. Now this herb is really good because will help in bringing in a good abundance of money. So if you're trying to get a good amount, you don't want, $2 or $3 or something. You want a good amount of money. Then 5-finger grass is a really good one because it's about being able to get as much money as you can hold in your 5 fingers. So you know, and that's why when you're putting these things together, it has to make sense. You know, like as I'm putting it together and I'm crafting it in my mind, you know, I'm thinking, you know, really hard about what I'm trying to do. So it'll have a real strong effect. But 5-finger grass is a really good one to use if you're trying to get a good abundance of money. You can boil this one down into a tea, not a drinkable tea, but a tea that you will like bathe yourself in. You'll boil it down, pray over it. When you pray over it, you know, strain out the herbs, and then when you take you a bath, you want to wash upward with that tea, what was left of that. So that will attract money to it. You can anoint it with candles or put it in a mojo bag. I mean, but it can be used in various ways to attract a good amount of money. Just be specific with that one. The next one is bayberry. Now I love bayberry because bayberry is a good herb too. It brings money very unexpectedly to me. It brings it in good amounts too, but it comes very consistent and unexpected. So when I add in bayberry, you know, I really want money to come in from every way. You know, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm getting money coming in from ways that I can see, but money that I may not be expecting. And so bayberry is really good for that. And it can be used the same way as the 5-finger grass. Now this one right here is actually, is the most common, to those who know, is most common to the hoodoo tradition, I guess, in terms of what brings its popularity to the mainstream. But this is what you would call a Conjure root. Now, when I went to get these, I actually saw this one, and if you look at it, it looks like a heart. It's actually a male and female root together, I guess, combined. And so that one right there can be used for something more love specific if you wanted to save that one. That's why I got that one. But Conjure root. Now, I guess it's not specific per se to money, but you want to add it with what you're doing because it's going to really give it power and strength. It's going to make it be a lot stronger what you're trying to achieve. And we're talking about money. So if you want that money flow to come in, I would definitely add one of these in there. You know, guys can look up from a good source about how to use it. I won't tell you in this video, but it can be used to add a good power to what you're doing if you're trying to make it be very strong. And I took all those herbs and some more, and I made me a good money oil. Now, like I said, I like to work with things in conjunction with multiple things. So I like to use the spices and the herbs and the oils to anoint myself, along with reading biblical scripture, lighting candles, you know, bringing that type of energy and bringing in that desire that I'm trying to achieve. So I use these things in conjunction. This is, like I said, this is my own that I made. I actually grew one of the herbs that I use. No, two of the herbs actually. I grew two of the herbs that I used in this money oil. So it's actually a very, very good one right here. Very, very good one. I use for myself, and if anyone ever wants to get some from me, then you can just please let me know. I make a good abundance of that, which I guess I can show you this one because this one would be a good one to use before. This oil is my Abre Camino, or open roads oil. Y'all know about that. You all heard about that. Clearing the pathways. I like to use this, anoint myself with this before I do this, just because I want to make sure that there's no blockages to my money that's coming through. So I like to anoint myself and anoint what I'm doing in my spaces with this to make sure that there's nothing clogging up what I'm doing, so that way it can flow in freely. So if you guys ever want to, you know, get some of this from me as well, like I said, I have a good abundance of it. And what I use, the Abre Camino plant that I use to make this, I grew it. So and it's thriving well. It shocked me, you know, but it was very interesting. But yeah, so it's my own grown, own made oil. So I definitely don't mind sharing some of that with you guys. But yeah, and I'm gonna go through my book. This is my little where I keep all my good knowledge at. So I won't make this video too long, but I was gonna go back to the herbs just real quickly. Okay. Another good herb that you guys can use, and I did use that one in my oil, is basil. It's a good money herb. Yeah, there are tons. You know, you guys just do your research and try to, you know, get your own connection with them. Go and buy these, you know, hold them in your hands, close your eyes and try to, you know, envision, smell it, you know, to envision what it, you know, make sure it's not a poisonous thing, but, you know, make sure, you know, you can kind of feel it, because then you can know what best way to use it and you will truly believe that it's going to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making more. You know, trying to, I don't know what direction this channel will be in. I know I really want to share a lot of my culture and things that I know and my journey on spiritual knowledge. I'll be going to Haiti, to Nigeria, to hopefully Cuba, and a lot of other places trying to gain a lot of spiritual knowledge. So I will hopefully be able to share that with you guys. So if you want to keep, stay tuned, please just hit the share button, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. So talk to you soon.